Excellent, I sensed you coming. It's good to see you again. We can set to work right away. Why wouldn't I be down here? It's perfectly safe. Are you worried about the Addons? They're harmless. A far greater concern are the Daedra. They're the real problem down here. Silly creatures. Down in the deeper tunnels. Don't worry, you're here. Actually, your arrival was quite timely. I just finished recording some critical observations on the site. I almost feel bad for injuring here. Yes, the leader of the Addons cult. He was very cross with me, shouting and carrying on. So I transformed him into a more manageable little fowl. It'll wear off after we've gone, but he's much more pleasant to be around now. Sorry, where was I? Of course, the temple. In my haste to excavate some of the older tunnels with earth-moving spells, I uncovered an ancient structure. This whole mess is somewhat... a bit my fault. But I'm not worried. What kind of teacher would I be if you didn't learn something? You'll accompany me down into the temple and we can put an end to... whatever this is. It's through the vine wall on the far side of the main cavern. I'll meet you there.
To do and too little time.
There it is. Beautiful, isn't it? In its own way. Now that I have had a moment to examine the ward, it'll be a simple ritual to open the doors. However, it will take a few moments to complete, and I expect my efforts will not go unnoticed. Just so. I say, you are a learned assistant. Remind me to raise Enderwin's guild stipend after this is over. She's truly a mage of great intelligence. Are you ready to begin? Be wary, assistant. Here they come! Just a few moments more. Done! Let's get in there. If you'll allow me. Fascinating! Curse it! I can't use my hands! Assistant, you'll need to free me.
To my web, mortals.
The Daedric prince herself in these tunnels. I should have known.
Do be quiet. Your companion is far more intriguing. Come, child. Speak with me.
Trust nothing she says, assistant.
Such a lovely warmth against the temple stones. So good to smell pumping blood in these halls again. I am as the artificer named me, Mephala, web spinner, debaser, and consumer. Have you enjoyed sparring with my newest Death Weavers? Nothing like an empty mind, waiting, yearning for purpose. The lost city, the lost faithful, the great artificer, all tremble in the web of Mephala. I have no answers for you, child. None that would satisfy you anyway. No, take your artificer and go. The temple doors are open. You've done your part here today.
My. So the Abaddon cult has been spun into Mephala's web. Fascinating. Worrying to be sure, but fascinating. It's clear entering the temple was a poor choice. My enthusiasm for discovery has caused problems like this before. I imagine Enderwin would be happy to provide you a list of past occurrences, but I digress. The temple must be resealed. Nothing. Just stand there, assistant, and observe. Using a novel application for hermetic harmonic resonance, I shall completely seal the temple. Airtight this time, if you will. No allowing Mephala's influence to leak out. This should be the work of a moment. Just need to attune this spell matrix. Mephala, you face Tallinger the Artificer. Learn what it means to snare one such as me in your web.
No! How dare you, mortal!
I am the Artificer, madam. That's why I dare. I believe Mephala's reaction was proof. The temple is sealed. Well done there, I suppose. Oh, indeed. I'm sure in time the Abaddon will return to themselves. It's a shame we didn't discover where the Falanesti have gone. It may have to remain one of Tamriel's great mysteries. I'm already beginning to plan our next field mission. I'm thinking one of the Plains of Oblivion. It's been some time since I perused the Stacks and Apocrypha, for example. For all we've learned here, the Falanesti faithful may be a better resource to answer that question, or at least a more entertaining one. Some of their stories are quite fanciful, you know. Oh, they'll be quite all right. With the Daedric influence removed, they'll return to their old selves very soon. Actually, that's worth studying. I think I'll leave some students behind to observe their behavior.
Look to be done here soon.
Dumping said refuse on the head of the ultimate commander. Stealing rotten tomatoes and other refuse from stable master Semiral's midden heap.
Yes, hello. Unfortunately, I have no time to chat. I own a busy and prosperous mine. Can't get behind in my paperwork. What? Those incompetents let trolls take the mine? That's terrible! I'm ruined! I'll have to hire sellswords to clear the mine and... Bah! Thank you for telling me, I suppose. Here's something for your trouble. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Best prices, guaranteed.
This one is very busy, maybe.
The Khajiit.
Excuse me, please. If I may be so bold, you match the description I was given. I have a message to deliver to you, if that's all right. An old wizard hired me. Called himself Abner Tharn and claimed to be a battle mage in service to Emperor Varen Aquilarius, if you can imagine such a thing. He was quite insistent I find you and deliver his words exactly as he relayed them to me. Forgive me, but I can't duplicate his imperious inflections.
The great Abner Tharn requires your assistance. With it, we can end the Three Banners War. Report to me immediately, if not sooner.
He asked me to mark his location on your map.
What are they putting that white eyebrow? Oh, Sanguine's breath. I'm ruined. The relics are all gone. The papers are due today. Tellinger will never take me on now. Traveller, you've got to help me. I'm trying for an apprenticeship with Tellinger the Artificer. He gave me several relics to study. I was supposed to write a paper about each one. I might have started celebrating early. I have to finish writing and get those relics back. There's no way I can do both in the condition I'm in. Can you track down the relics for me while I finish my work? I've done all the research, I just have to get it written down. Oh, thank you, Traveller. The barkeep at the Waxing Crescent Inn. I think his name was Duzalja. He has one of them and can probably tell you where to look for the others. We have to get the relics back before Meldil makes an appearance. Oh, it's a little fuzzy, but I think I drank so much I couldn't pay my tab. If I'm remembering it right, I said something like, "This crappy quartz thing should cover it, Catman." I don't have a good excuse. I had quite a lot to drink. And I have to assume I gave away or sold the other relics like I did the quartz idol. Or perhaps to some of the other patrons. One of Tellinger's apprentices. The great mage is sending him to review my work. And if our first meeting was any judge, he's a thrice-damned stuck-up son of a... Anyway, it would be bad if the relics were missing. Let's see. I was given a quartz idol, a necklace, and an urn. Which do you want to know about? That one I'm still not sure of. It's clearly of Nord design, very old. And it has symbols on it relating to death in Sovngarde. I could hear whispers when I held it to my ear. I'm still trying to puzzle out the iconography. Now, that one at least was easy. A claw necklace with Daedric runes. A holy relic of Hircine. One of the Bosmeri werewolf packs, if I had to guess. No idea how Tellinger got a hold of it. It looks like it used to be some kind of Khajiit ritual icon. It was carved from a large piece of quartz, but time's worn it down. I think it dates back to the time of mange and injury. I hope I'm right. That's the relic the barkeep has.
Hello, this one has tasty foods for the hungry. What can Duzal get you? Ha, that one. Yes, Dulzalja served the elf. He came, he drank, he sang, and at the end of the night, he couldn't pay his tab. Gave me a hunk of old quartz instead, he did. Why do you ask? Well, I don't know. Your friend did run up quite a tab. Perhaps you'd pay it off for him. Or perhaps you'd do old Dulzalja a favor instead. Such respect! I'm not used to that tending bar. Here, take your quartz, and tell that elf he's lucky to have a friend like you. He spent a lot of time talking to one of the mages from the guild. Darius, I think his name is. They were admiring an old urn together. I think Darius left with it, come to think. So he might be one to talk to. Good luck with that Darius fellow at the Mages Guild. And of course, let me know if I can get you something.
This one lost friends in Haven, but you avenged them, I hear. Many owe you their thanks.
The 8 take this thing. Everyone's going to think I'm a thief, an incompetent thief. I won an urn off a wood elf last night in a game of cards. Turns out the blasted thing is cursed. I was deciphering some runes on the base when strange little wisps started to float out of it. And now the wisps are carrying things back to the urn. Yes! Now every time I turn my back, more stuff appears. Will you help me out? I've enchanted a little crystal I think can capture the wisps, but I don't want anyone to see me. I think I'm in enough trouble as it is. I'll be happy to part with it. Just get near one of the wisps and point the crystal. The Arcano Matrix I've imbued into it should trap them for you. Once you've collected them up, come on back. think you got them all. I haven't seen any wisps in a few minutes. The 8 keep you, it's yours. Don't know why anyone would want the damn thing, or that other fob that silly elf was playing with. I did. He was pretty deep in his cups, and this Khajiiti girl came on to him strong. Said she loved jewelry with claws. How handsome he was. You know, she talked him into giving her the necklace, and was gone before he even realized what he'd done. She's a local. Works some of the market stalls. Think her name's Kuzi. You should be able to find her over in the marketplace, waiting on a job. I'm going to have to figure...
Staying out of trouble.
You're a strong one, aren't you? Kuzi likes the strong ones. Oh, yes. Kuzi remembers him. Kind of cute, but not very bright. And yes, he gave Kuzi a claw necklace. Ugly, ugly. But she knew she could sell it. Oh, yes. Atreus, the merchant. He's always looking for ugly little relics, like that necklace. Kuzi thinks he is gone already. He said something about going south, making for Hadron's caravan.
Curse every werewolf breathing! This is the last straw! I'm retiring. Werewolves happened, traveler. Flea-ridden beasts came out of nowhere, destroyed my cart, killed my men, and ran off with my goods. I'm only alive because I played dead. Everything! After the attack, some of them turned back into wood elves and went searching through my pack. Said they were looking for a totemic necklace. That damn claw bauble that Kuzi sold me. Stupid cat! Never trust a smiling Khajiit. I'll be fine. They got my leg here, but Raw Ka isn't that far. I'll make it back on my own. This is it, though. I've survived my last caravan assault. I'm going to sell my stores and buy a nice quiet inn somewhere. I'm done. Yes, Weeping Wind Cave. It's east of Willow Grove. Sounds like they have a whole little werewolf pack there. Freaks. Stab them, traveler, or burn them, or whatever you do. Show them you can't cross Atreus Axilla and live.
Please help me. I don't know what to do. Please, you must stop. Listen to me. You have come to Hadran's caravan for the games, yes? The gambling? My hand is missing. I fear the worst, and I do not know what to do. He is my mate, my life partner. He came to the caravan to bet on the games, to win gold so that we could make a life together. Foolish Tan. No coin is worth his life. His father and sister joined me in the search and told me of a woman named Azum. She works for Hadran himself. Might even know where my boy has gone, but would not speak to us. Please, will you try to speak to her? I can see the benevolence of Srendar in your eyes. Thank you. You have not heard of Hadran? His reputation is one of darkness and cruel claws. They say he trades in slave flesh and skooma, that he makes deals with spies and traitors. I worry my sweet Tan is in over his head. Who can say why a man in love does anything? We have spoken about our plans over the last few years, what we want to do with our lives. Tan grew restless, tired of waiting for tomorrow to come. Our dream, do not laugh, please. Tan's father, Mozag, is a cook, and a very accomplished cook. My Tan is a good cook as well, and I have always wanted to run a business. We spoke of opening our own tavern, making Mozag proud.